Welcome back to English in 5. I'm your host, Harlow. Today's topic is something every English learner needs: how to say you do not understand. A lot of people feel embarrassed about this, but here's the truth. It is completely normal. Even native English speakers ask people to repeat themselves all the time. Today, you will learn 3 polite, natural ways to ask for help when you are confused. Example 1. Sorry, could you say that again? This is the most useful phrase when you did not hear or understand what someone said. It works in every situation. At school, at work, in a store, with friends. It is completely polite. Native speakers use this all the time. The word sorry at the start is super important. It makes a request sound kind, not rude. You are not apologizing for something wrong. You are just being polite. Example 1. You are in class and the teacher speaks fast. You say, "Sorry, could you say that again? I want to make sure I have the right information." Sorry, could you say that again? I want to make sure I have the right information. The teacher will always repeat it. Example 2. You are on the phone with background noise. You say, "Sorry, could you say that again? I didn't quite catch that." Sorry, could you say that again? I didn't quite catch that. The person will repeat without any issue. You can also say, "Sorry, could you repeat that?" This means exactly the same thing. Both are correct and natural. Try not to just say, "Huh?" or "What?" by itself. In English, these can sound rude, especially with someone you do not know well. The full phrase with "sorry" always sounds better. Expression 2. I'm not sure I understand. Could you explain that? This phrase is for a different situation. You heard the words, but you do not understand the meaning. I'm not sure I understand is honest and polite. It shows you are trying and ask the person to help you. This is super useful in class, at work, or when someone is explaining something new. Example 1. Your teacher explains a grammar rule and you are so confused. You say, "I'm not sure I understand. Could you explain that one more time, please?" I'm not sure I understand. Could you explain that one more time, please? Any good teacher will explain again. Example 2. A coworker explains a new process. You say, "I'm not sure I understand this part. Could you explain it a little bit more?" This sounds professional and shows you want to do things correctly. You can also say, "Could you explain that more slowly?" if someone is speaking too fast. Could you explain that more slowly? Once again, if someone is speaking too fast. Expression 3. What do you mean by, and then the example. Use this when you understand most of what someone said, but one word or part was not clear. You fill in the blanks with the part you did not understand. This shows you are listening carefully, you understood the whole sentence, but need help with one specific part. That is actually very good listening. Let's try an example. Your friend says, "I'm going to wing it in the presentation." You ask, "What do you mean by wing it?" What do you mean by wing it? They say, "It means I'm going to do it without preparing." Now you learned a whole new expression. Every time you ask this question and get an answer, you learn something new. This is one of the best ways to build your English vocabulary in real conversations with real context. Today you learned 3 phrases for when you do not understand something. Sorry, could you say that again? For when you miss something. I'm not sure I understand. Could you explain that? For when you need more help? And what do you mean by? For when one part is not clear. Asking questions is never embarrassing. It's actually smart. The people who improve the fastest are the ones who ask when they do not understand. This brings us to the end of this episode. I hope you enjoyed it, and thank you so much for being here today. See you on the next one. 5 minutes for better English.